Everybody, welcome back to Sunset Wildlife Connections YouTube vlog channel. My name is Margaret, and in today's video we are going to be working with our pigeon flock. So we have 7 rescued pigeons. 6 of them are flying. One, he was having a really hard time flying with the flock, and I felt really bad, and I didn't want him to try to like keep up or work his wings when there clearly is something going on. So instead I trained him a little bit differently, which I'm going to show you guys in some clips today. And we're going to do an update on the pigeon flock flight. So I did a video where I was training the pigeons. So if you're curious on how I trained them, that video is linked below down in the description. So let's get started. All right, everybody. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to put these up here. Oh, freaking worm. All right. Just put those up there for now. We're going to take our cup and our crate, actually, and we're gonna go put it way over here by our artesian well. All right, so I think that this will be a good spot for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up, make sure the door is open, toss in the food. Tighten, you have to stay back. Stay back. Okay, so the pigeons are gonna fly. I'm gonna let the 6 go, and then we'll go from there. My car is also like obnoxiously in the way. Why is this popped open? But it is kind of obnoxious and a little bit like in their way, but it's also a good thing just for like adversity. You know, there could be a crowded audience right here standing here and they have to fly around them. So we're just gonna see what happens while they fly around the car. All right. All right, here we go. So we're gonna shut King. That's King Pigeon. He's the one who does not fly. He's gotten used to it now. So we've got our birds flying. The macaws get so jealous. Come on. Good job. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birds in there. So we are good to go. We're going to close her up and we're going to take her back. All right, we are back. I brought them all back. So they are, as you can see, real hot on the food, right? Ideally, I'd like them to fly a little bit more, but I'm still in the training process where I want them to for sure come back to the crate. I want them to see me and know that that's where they need to come. I also want them to also listen to a recall, which is a whistle. I do not have to do that, but I can, as like the winter comes, I think I'm going to get them a little bit fatter. And then at that point, they might be able to fly a little bit more. It's also like real hot. You know what I mean? We're in the middle of summer, so it's real hot. Today's actually a really nice morning. It's like overcast and nice. But I also just wanted to mention, I didn't mention this in my other video, is that I do look for hawks before I fly the pigeons. So I not only look visually for hawks, I also will listen to the birds around me. If I hear alarm calling or things like that going on, obviously if I hear a hawk, right? So I can tell the difference even between if it's a mockingbird actually calling and if it is an actual hawk calling. So I do listen for those signs. I just wanted you guys to know, you know, I am a professional animal trainer and animal behaviorist. So, you know, cautious if you're going to try anything like this at home. Just be prepared that there is, you know, just like if you free range your chickens, there's always a possibility something bad could happen, right? So just keep that in mind if you're flying your own birds. Okay, now we're gonna go on to King. First, I'm gonna show you guys some footage of when I first started training him, because it's pretty crazy where he came from and where he is just like 2-3 weeks later. So first I'm gonna show you guys that footage and then we'll come back and we'll train King. Okay, so these are obviously homing pigeons, and this particularly is a king pigeon, which is a breed of homing pigeons. So this is a domesticated animal now, and he, for some reason, is not able to fly very well, like I said earlier. So the first thing that I did was I fed him out of this cup. Now you're gonna see a little bit of me taking the cup and trying to coax him over to me, which is why you can't see him yet, and I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit until the point where he does actually come up to me, and then at that point I start to use my hand more, because again, remember, he's going to be a hand pigeon. Now this is probably I think it was like my third session doing this. The first few, it was quite literally like he'd come up and get 2 bites and he'd walk away, and then he'd come up and get 2 bites and walk away. And so I was here forever. I didn't want to show you guys how boring that was. You can see, look at, he's walking away from me now as I start moving things. So I started just kind of moving my arms, talking, doing all kinds of things to get him more used to the noises and sounds. And he's still a little skittish, as you can see, but he is doing much better than he did those first couple sessions. See how I'm moving my arm, and now he's running away, but that is going to be a part of it. We're going to be moving around, we're going to be walking around, and that's what I want him to get used to. So this is desensitization work, is what you're seeing here. And the thing about this is I'm obviously using food motivation, so he's not going to get all the food unless he comes up and he steps on my hand. So you guys are actually seeing this the first time he's actually stepping on my hand. So that is so good. That is what we are obviously looking for. And I'm offering him about 0.6 ounces. And obviously, again, this is summertime too, so it is a little bit easier to keep weight on the birds. But if he does not want to come and finish his food, that is his choice. So the only way he's going to get food is if he comes over here and works for it. So he's obviously eaten probably more than half the food already. And again, he can choose whenever he wants to end this session. He can just be done eating, or he can come back and finish his food. That's totally up to him. But he is doing really well. Look at him stepping on my hand now. Now the next step would be to start moving the hand so that he gets used to the movement on my hand. Okay, so now you can see that we are on a different day. So I've done this probably another once or twice since the last video, and you can see he's already more confident. He came running right up to me as soon as he saw me. So now I'm trying to get him to jump onto the hand, and then once he's on the hand, I will start feeding him. But he has to get on the hand before he will get any food. And you can see he went on there, and then the hand obviously moved, but that's part of it. He has to get used to the fact that the hand is going to move a little bit. So he's doing really great, though. You can tell that he is getting a lot more comfortable. He'll still look around, but you can tell that he is much more comfortable now sitting on the hand. So smart. And look, you can even see that I'm moving around and moving my hand, and he's still happily eating right there on my hand. So definitely a lot of progress between the first session that you guys just saw and this session. Then a couple days later, I actually had him step onto a guest's hands during a tour, and he did so well. I was so proud of him. I'd only taken him out one other time besides this, so he looked so good. I was so proud. All right, isn't that cool? He's done so good, and I even showed you guys some clips and some photos of him doing it with a guest for the first time. And, you know, we're doing it outside of the exhibit now, so super excited about it. Let's see how today goes. Good burn. Good bird. Got it. He's like, why are you looking at me? I'm trying to smile for a picture. So this is also a super important part of the training, right? Is literally just taking selfies with the animals, because that's what people are going to do with the animals, right? They're also going to be taking selfies. He's so cute. So I always want to have a camera in the animals' faces, because that is what we like. That's the day we live in. Obviously, I do social media too, right? So that is a huge part of it. But, you know, some animals that have never really been exposed to it or around it enough, it is something that I do have to expose them to, because people are always loving photos and taking selfies to share with friends and family. So that is actually crazy. I know it's like weird when I first started in 2021 and I had to start like taking selfies with the animals, like for animal training purposes and not just because I wanted a selfie. It was very weird. I'm obviously very used to it now, but he is doing absolutely amazing though. Like, look at, we're outside the house. He is obviously on my hand, and like I said, I've transferred him a couple times to other people's hands, and he is absolutely just doing so good, and I'm so proud of him. He is still kind of skittish, you can kind of see, you know what I mean, as I'm like moving around. But even before, when I was talking, he would be like skittish like this. Like, it was like I had to be like silent. Like, it's been crazy how like slowly the steps have gone, but at the same time, every single day he is just so much more brave, and he has just been doing such an amazing job. I am so proud of this pigeon. I one day do want to do like different things like weddings and things like that with the birds, and then obviously having people, you know, having a bird on your hand is just such a cool thing. That's not something you get to do every single day. Even if it's just a pigeon, it's still a cool experience. So I am really excited to be able to share this experience with our guests. Yeah. Now my next step with him would be actually to pull the food away, and so that he kind of stands up straight for like a photo without the food bowl in there. And obviously that's kind of hard because I'm holding the phone in the other hand. I don't have somebody to film for me right now. So that's kind of difficult, but that is going to be my next step with him. So let's put him back now that he's all done eating. You got it, buddy? Good job, little Pidgey. You're so smart. I'm so proud of you. Yes, you are so smart. I love you. Okay, we have fresh water. The grit is down here. So we're gonna unload our little babies. Good job, little babies. That's everybody? Yeah, okay, just making sure. They love to go to the grit first. You guys are so great. Just love you guys. They're so cute when they're in a little circle. If you guys are more interested in like the technical part of how I train, as far as like weighing out their food, feeling them, things like that, there is like a very distinct technique when it comes to pigeons, but I don't want to bore you guys if that's not something you guys are interested in learning about. So if you guys are interested, you can just put some comments below, even if you're seeing this video, you know, months later. Obviously I can do that at any time and explain the training process of how I, you know, again, fix diets, feel the birds, things like that. A little bit more about like bird digestive systems. It's just a little bit more of like a technical video. And again, if that's not something you guys are really interested in watching, I don't want to, you know, spend the time making a video on it if, you know, you guys aren't going to be going around training your own pigeons. All right, guys, well, this was kind of just a short and sweet video. I just wanted to give you guys a kind of an update, see how beautiful these birds are, and the progress with King. That was a little bit new. I haven't done that. I've done it before with other birds, but I haven't done it specifically with that particular bird. So I just wanted to show you guys some of that footage. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and of course subscribe, okay? Please subscribe to our channel. That helps out our nonprofit exotic animal rescue, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. You're such trouble. You specifically are just trouble. But you are very good not eating a pigeon. Thank you. Those are mine and not yours. Thank you.